Hello. Hello. Happy Monday, all. How we doing? Good to see you. We excited for the Phasmos? Legend. Oh my, 24 months. Hot diggity dog. Damn. 2 flipping years. Oh, I was about to play, but now I'm watching. This is painful. Oh, I've I got to see a couple of my friends playing this today. Yeah, it's not the most joyful weekly there is, that's for sure. But you know, we're gonna make the best of it. Jolly good day. Hello. Hello. Hi. Welcome in, friends. Good to see you all. The Discord actually pinged today. I didn't realize till it was like way later last stream that it never actually pinged. It's supposed to automatically do it, and it definitely did not. But this time it did. So all is Gucci. You have the flu. Have you thought about not having the flu? Just saying. Country, I hope you feel better, dude. Jody, thank you for the prime. Oh my word. Stuff and eggs. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Wife and I are in the hospital about to welcome our... Did you say your second child? Oh, get out of here, Alpha. Oh, congrats, dude. That is awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're right. Let me rip it out of me. Thank you. Much better. Oh, man. Crowds. Think of the 4 months. What up, homie? In the beginning. That's right. Struggling with the weekly. We'll see how I do. Yeah, I don't use any sort of filter on my screen. I might turn the filter on for you guys. For today, I might turn it on for you guys. It's very light. Very, very, very light. We'll see. 4 months and growing. Oh my goodness. All these resubs. Devastator. Thank you for the 4 months, dude. Welcome in, friends. If you're new here, hello. We'll be getting started soon. We are on a new rotation. We are on another rotation of weeklies now, by the way. Copper. Thank you for the 4 months, homie. I appreciate you sending me the pics, friend. Trust me, I'm going to show those to my wife, and she's going to hope that we get to go on one of those one day. I'm going to convince her. She's never been a big fan. And I said, I've never done it, ever. So we'll see. Irish, hello. Bella, thank you for the biddies. Hello. What's up, Iron Lady? Half Rand. Heather. Nap time. Hello. Madison. Hello. Cheese. Hello. I have a confession. I used to be a van princess. I think everybody in here at some point or another was one of them. Yeah. How are you in the fam? We're good. We're doing well. We're doing well. I'm like this close. I'm like this close. This has nothing to do with family. I'm like this close to having all of the animated Disney VHSs. I'm like this close. I need to double check and see which ones I'm missing. But I'm here. I'm like right here. So I might have all of them, which is crazy. Some of them are not that easy to find. Glad to catch the beginning. What's up, Justin? How are you? Hi, Granny. Yeah. Listen, my kid, like, I think what I found what sparked it. I think I found out what happened. I think I realized what it was. So I think my kid, like, we have Disney Plus and all that jazz, and they were like looking for movies to watch, and they were picking Disney movies, old Disney movies. And I thought to myself, you know, I have a tube TV downstairs. I want them to watch it the way it was intended to be watched. So I started getting a couple of the VHSs, and I was like, you know what? F it. I'm going for all of them. So I just started getting as many as I could. We have a local like book and video store. So I was able to just go and look. They have like they have walls of DVDs and stuff, but on top of those walls is a big wall of VHSs, like all the way around. So I was able to get my pickings and my choosins. Robin Williams, yeah, I've got a few. I've got Flubber. I've got all that stuff. Yeah. I refuse to ever get rid. I don't think I will. The days of Blockbuster, you know how many times I've like had dreams of possibly turning my basement into like a Blockbuster / arcade? Dude, I've thought about it so often. My wife would never allow it. No way in hell. Matt, thank you for the 2 months, dude. There's no way. She wouldn't allow for said things. No way. I like being married to her. So it's pretty cool. She's a pretty cool chick. I have an original Little Mermaid. Oh, you mean you have an original? It's not in quotes. God damn it. You have it like an original. Help is on the way, dear. I got that too. Oh, hi, Break. Hi. If you missed it, I did apologize to her. I did. And she accepted it. No takesy backsies. No takesy backsies. You accepted my apology. What is a VHS tape? Oh, it's just something you kick around the yard. Yeah. The first one with the spet seed. Now we're on the same page now. Hi, Shauna. Hello. Mayor. Hi, friend. So I'm going to be doing, okay, so the weeklies, they're the same. They are the same weeklies that they just rotate. So they go through the entirety of all the weeklies, and then it just starts over again. This weekly, thank you, by the way, she pointed it out. This weekly starts over again. This is we're going through another cycle. The nice thing is that console players have not played all of these. So this is still new for console players. Wonder what happened to my Disney VHS? Go find them. Mork, you gotta find them. Hi, friend. This dude's gonna pull out the Pogs and Slammers. I don't have any, but I should get some. I was getting fed Pog and Slammer ads on Instagram like yesterday. Watched the video earlier with the mirror on camp. Ugh. I miss the sound VHS cases would make. Well, all the Disney ones are clamshell. Yeah, they're all clamshell. Butt Mumcher, thank you for the biddies. Hope you last longer. I walked in an immediate hunt. Oh, well, I don't think you have any sanity. I'm fairly certain you don't have any. Yeah. Hi, Rafa. Hi, friend. I hate it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, luckily, so this was the thought. Not this past round of weeklies, the weeklies before that, I did an entire run with friendos. So like with mods and whatnot. We're going to do it again because some of you guys weren't here for that. So I'm ever so lucky tonight to be joined by Mare and Phoenix. So they're gonna come in and they're gonna help. And this is a perfect one to have help with because I'm sure Mare has already done it, but it's the perfect because it's on prison and it's no sanity and best of luck to us. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. In the beginning, that's right. In the beginning. In the beginning. Okay. Let me get Phasmo open and we'll get moving. I'll get those two crazies in here and then we'll get to cracking. Who's joining? Mare and Phoenix. I take any other weekly, but this one, oh man. Mods are the bestest. They're pretty effing awesome. Every last one of them are pretty effing awesome. You know that? They know that. What are we doing this stream? Doing the weekly, and then after the weekly, I'm going to do some insanity runs. I don't know if I'm going to do maybe I'll do a couple insanity runs that are the way that they want it. Woof. But then maybe we'll do some custom ones too. Maybe Z. Hello, friend.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you.
Praying you don't get that. Thank you, Madison. Now I'm going to get it. And I'm going to blame you. It's all your fault. I love that. It's so funny. Now all I can think about is Glay. I don't know. Indo beanie. Indo beanie. Skullin, thank you for the gifted. Oh, friend. Thank you so much for the gifted to Lincoln. Appreciate you. Was this weekly one of the first one? This weekly was the first weekly that they ever did. Yeah, the first. So then we're sitting in the dark chatting. Well, like I said, remember, okay, so I have a filter. It is not that heavy of a filter, but it hopefully will be enough that you guys aren't staring into darkness. Like, look, you get a little boost. You get a little boost. So I might do that. We will see. I'm not hurting anyone with the cursed possessions. No. I did that yesterday. Oh, wait. That is fine. Let me do this first. We'll do this to do our spiel, and then after we do our spiel, then I'll get the friendos in here. Yeah. There's no fuse box. Well, I'll have all the details for you. Hold on. I'll have all the deets. It's I know it's got to go fast. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, because if you scroll back through my weekly playlist, because I have a playlist that has all of the weekly challenges I've done, which I've done every single one of them. So again, they're just the same weeklies on a rotation where it goes again. I've posted every single one. So you could go back and watch me do the first one, the first time they ever released them, which was this. Yeah. All right. Let's get this up there. Let's go over there. Let me do this. Got yours today. Wait. Got yours to do. Wait, what'd you get today? What a treat. I know. What a treat. 0 sanity. Prison. Thanks. The first one because Chesney was scared to do it. It's rough, dude. It is a rough one. Oh, hi, Mr. Chinggis. Hello, friend. What up, Ray? How are you, dude? Who was with you on the first one? I think I did all solo on the first ones, if I recall. I'm fairly certain I did all solo on the first ones. Yeah. Comrade, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, dude. How are you? Thank you, thank you. Little Skittle. Welcome in, dude. First stream, welcome in. Keyboard, how are you? We're about to do the weekly. We about to do it. You got a channel warning? You're doing a really good job. Grade A. Solo, you brave soul. I don't know. I think the reason I did them solo at first was the same reason I usually do them solo anyway. It's just because not everyone's going to have somebody to run these with. So it's nice to see someone else do it just to get an idea of maybe what you could do, you know? Yeah. Potato, what up, dude? Johnny, hello. Pingu, what up, dude? Oh, Jameson, thank you for the 13 months. Appreciate you, homie. Gamer fan, hot friend. All right. I'm just getting, I just wanted to make sure I had the graphics to show you guys for this one. Again, this is the first weekly that was ever done. So we're back on, we're rotating again. We are on another rotation. And this rotation, I'm playing with friendos. So today I'm lucky enough to have 2 of the mods, 2 of the amazing beans, Miss Mare and Miss Phoenix, to join me. So let me do the ting. Let me do the ting. Okay. This weekly challenge is gotta go fast. No hiding, no sanity, get going. And this one is going to be at prison to get our 5K. So if we look at the details for this one, we do get 3 evidence, which is nice. 125% player speed. The ghost is also 125%. So you need to be very careful. It is a random cursed object. No sanity restoration. And that is all tier 1. That is all tier 1. And you get no incense and no crucifixes. So no defenses. Groovy. But here are the details. The details. Here are the player settings. Here are the ghost settings. And here is the contract. So things to take note of, like fuse box at the start of contract, it is broken. There is zero reason to even look for a breaker because it's broken. It doesn't work. So don't even bother. Don't even bother. If no restoration, why are there sanity meds? Just to F with you. That's why. That's why. All right. I can close that down. I was indeed faked out. Yeah. If you need a fourth, Mr. Song, do you want to jump in? CJ is an artist. He's not a developer. Keyboard. They're there for comfort. We just run around thinking that they're doing good. I like them. Doing this tomorrow. Best of luck, dude. How's the missus doing? She's doing very well. Thank you. We need F them sanity meds. Oh, keyboard. Thank you for the subs. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lantas. Okay. I'm just about ready. I'm just about ready. We're going to get into it. I was going to try something. I don't know if I am or not. We might try this and see what happens. Hero, what up, dude? Oh, how are you? Maggie, thank you for the 2 months. Throw the meds at the ghost. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I like it. Had to. Oh, love the YouTube videos. I thank you. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Circle, hello. How are you? Yeah, if you missed it, I posted a new video today. But I have to say, the thumbnail I was a big fan of, and I thought of it super fast. Super fast. Pelvis in the block. Pelvis on the toilet. Pelvis on the toilet. Waiting for a weekly with friendos. Oh, I got you. All right. Do I do this? I might try. We might see. Okay. Yummy. Hello. All right. I might try to be live everywhere today, and hopefully it works where it doesn't allow people to do the thing and the stuff. It's a good thumbnail. Thank you. I looked at it later and I was like, you know, I like that one. That was a good one. It's just because it stood out. The mirror is very vibrant. Tough challenge today. Good luck. We're going to do our damnedest. Okay. Does it give me settings? I don't think it does. Son of bitch. Son of biscuits. Best wishes. Thank you, Mr. Rafa. Thank you, sir. We're surely going to try. Oh, boy. It'll be entertaining, that's for sure. Tells a story. It says something. It says something, that's for sure. Okay. Oh. Glad to finally catch a weekly. Oh, Spider, I hope you have better luck, friend. I hope you have better luck with finding a job, dude.
Welcome back.
All right.
I've prepared some jobs
Let me get in here so I can get the friends in here and we can do the weekly.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
help.
Burps, hello. What's up, Ninja? Watch the YouTube edits in the shorts. 11:56 a.m. here in Australia. Oh my. All the way freaking across, dude. I'm like, oh god, he did the thing. What do you mean? Okay. Phoenix and Mare. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was literally about to say it and I was like, yep, nah, she's already ahead of me. Never mind. Is Phoenix aware of this black magic? Does she know?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We're all online.
I know. I just didn't know if to be able to see it or not. Oliver, what up, dude? I'm not going to be able to see that chat very well today, man. But I'll try my best.
There's a song.
Yeah, I knew Song knew about the black magic.
Of course.
There we go. I can prop it there. That'll work. That'll work.
And there's Phoenix.
Black magic, you say?
Go in. What'd I miss? Cybez, thank you for the 11 months. Crony, thank you for the 3. Look at these crazy beans. Look at them. You guys look depressed.
Really depressed?
Like
Oh, because everybody was like partially like this.
Aww.
Oh,
Weird,
man. I know what this weekly is. Oh, man.
Song
we're-
agreed to be the ghost snack, so we're good.
Okay. He's the bestest ghost snack. Subscribe last week. Oh, that's weird. It lets you
It's a
do the
snack
up.
with-
Oh, that's weird.
It's a snack with 3 C's.
Twitch be twitching. That's okay. That is okay. What up, Sin? How are you, dude?
Is Song the snack that smiles back?
All right, give me a sec. Alrighty. Well, off to prison to do our weekly.
Never been so excited to go to prison.
I'm so jazzed. Average. Hello.
Song is always cheaper.
It's okay. Classic song.
Chiba
Wow.
Cloud?
Wow. Let me.
Song the Hut?
remove all this
Chiba.
stuff too. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Did you say remove your stuff?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
What song are you sure you're good?
He said, "Do you need a nap?"
There is 3 evidence, so you can bring items.
Heyo. That's. I'm glad she said that because I would actually forget about that too. That's okay. Shattered. Thank you so much for the 3 months.
Yeah, there are 3.
Yes. Remember, we're a little bit faster, but so is Ghosty Pants.
Meow.
Yeah, 125 speed.
Yeah, so careful, SpongeBob.
Okay, but if you don't do zoomies with it, Aries,
Meow.
faster.
Oh my god.
I did
So
one,
So far, nothing in the blocks.
and I actually had a mimic. So.
There we go. All
Nothing in
right.
the cafeteria.
No Orbeez.
Yeah.
I thought you
What
could
up,
No.
Pillow? How are you,
No
dude?
bonus orbs.
for Song the
Huh?
Thong.
Sag.
Really?
Hold on. Let's do
Gotta do what?
last ditch effort. Hold on. Last ditch effort. Go back to where that office is, just to say. You never know. Okay. No, I don't see anything. All right. Well, here we go. Best of luck to all of you. May the odds be ever in your favor. All right, you guys need to tell me if you want this or not.
I promise nothing.
I can make
but
it so you
content.
guys see what I see. Or... Oh,
You
well...
have a Ouija board.
Run, Phoenix, run!
Yeah.
We do have a board.
We went in without Phoenix.
I'm running.
Yeah, you made it. Let's go.
Right here.
Yay!
We could use the board at 0 sanity.
Leave it as is. So here it is like
that
this.
sounds like a very
Here it is with the
Song
filter.
idea. I mean, what? Sound idea?
I can't see the filter. This is what I see. This is what you would see.
I couldn't hear you there.
Jesus Christ, song. Fucking hell.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
We want to be immersed in the darkness, but look, like... This challenge sucked. I know. Is it? Am I crazy or... This is 0 sanity, right?
I thought
It
so.
is.
You guys vote filter?
Is it not? Zero
Okay.
sanity, no hiding?
Okay. Can we get half the filter? No, I'd have to mess with it. I mean, really, the whole reason for the filter is so you guys can see better. Not because I can't see the filter. Just you guys can. So it's in OBS.
It is not yet hunting.
Why is Song... Hold on. Song, can you say something again? One more time?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's extraordinarily loud.
Is it only Song that's loud?
I don't know. I have him down to 5% and it sounds like I'm at 100.
I mean, he is always a little spicy loud.
Wait a
Am I
minute.
allowed to anybody else? By the way, it's hunting now.
It's because the walkie volume is not changing the player's volume.
That's fun.
That makes
No
more
bugs,
sense.
only features.
That makes more sense.
I hear it upstairs. I'm over by
All right,
the
we gotta
cafeteria
relax.
opposite.
My ear holes are gonna blow out if he's talking in the walkie the whole time, though. Is that normal? I don't think he's very loud. Okay, maybe it's just my headphones. Just sacrifice him. Okay, it's done.
Done.
Normal
Links look
feet?
normal.
Oh my
He
God.
came down into the cafeteria from upstairs.
Song, I'm gonna need, like, I love you. I'm gonna need like half the use on the walkie because it is very loud for me right now.
I have my microphone up really high because.
Oh,
I was
well, that
coming out
helps.
earlier.
Yeah,
So
Song,
let me
you are
try.
extremely loud. Shush your butt.
I can't.
Alright, how's
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
I just need half so I can hear the game. All I can hear is walkie the entire time. Be immersive. We're
It's like he's
immersed.
in my brain right now.
Inda binini.
In the beginning.
Oh my God. Okay. I would careful SpongeBob because it was coming. It was coming that way. It was coming that way.
Did
Yeah.
it sound feed to you?
I don't know.
Like, I know
At
it's
125, I
faster,
think
but it
that's
sounds-
normal.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me, where it was just slightly faster, but not
It's
like,
hunting now.
Like not a.
Yeah. We should be okay here. Should. Hey, what up, Chunky? I'll put that guy down. What up, Ice? Maybe we can run up to the potty. Used to 100 and 150. I know. I'd have to listen to the cheat sheet. It's done. I'm running. Do we have clues as to where we think the room is?
Pharmacy, CEO area.
Over here-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's I.
Cold
see
breath over
breath
here. Is this a
right
little-
here. Yeah, cold breath right in here.
Okay. Go over here. Good. We got this prepped. Get the toilets prepped. We're good. Is that normal? You think that's normal for a 125? I heard it throw something. It's gonna hunt again. Hi, Cozy. Lag spikes. I'm not. I have no. Oh no.
I think it's the
Someone.
security area. I think we lost people.
Open. Where'd she go? Phoenix? Phoenix? Where's her corpse? Oh. Yeah, she's down. Oh. I might have to wait for another one. Why do you throw your flashlight on the ground? Because I don't trust myself to turn it off. All right, I don't want to cycle through my inventory and accidentally pull the flashlight out and turn it on. It's hunting right now. It's going downstairs. Do I risk it? How we doing?
It's coming from out on the overlook balcony.
Oh, it's coming from the overlook?
Yeah, I watched it from the hospital come this way.
Is there hiding
from
over there?
This room, like this room area.
Still no freezing.
We have
So we have orbs. I'm gonna try to hide over here. I'm gonna try to hide.
How long did you say we have orbs?
What up,
correct, we
Jose?
have orbs.
Now remember, this is what you guys can see. This is what I can see. Captain Fruit Loop, what up, dude? Earth, hello. I was trying a thing and I don't think it worked, Earth. I was trying a thing and I don't think it worked. I was trying to turn off gifts and it wasn't letting me. They have orbs. I think they said we have orbs. It's very dark. That sounded like it was right outside the door. What? No?
That was an
Okay,
event.
then that was an event I heard.
That was not an event. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? What the hell? It's over there, dude. No way, this is a banshee, right? Ultraviolet orbs dots. There's no way there's a banshee, right? Oh, maybe? Sneaky, sneaky? Ultraviolet orbs and dots. Oh, it's cold. Look how cold it is here. Look at the temps dropping. What up, Justin? Wait. It's still hunting. Okay, now it's done. Did I hear a door touch? Excuse me.
Just got a window knocked up.
Where?
Over here, UV.
Do we have UV?
Yeah,
What the hell? I have no EMF on that. Oh, there, EMF 5.
Nice. EMF 5 dots. Or
I don't think I actually had the
5
EMF reader on.
orbs and UV.
Rod, in the beginning.
EMF
Hold on.
5 orbs
Yeah,
UV.
Hold on. Oh, hey, it's an Obake. We'll try and see it change. What up, gamer? How are you, dude? Love the vids. Oh, I appreciate it, Oliver. Thanks, man. Astro, what's up? I have no heartbeat. That was interesting.
Oh no, our flash, he's broken.
Possible fake orbs? No, I have EMF 5.
Hey, how are you?
That was weird.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, let me go outside. No, we have EMF 5. Well, that was weird.
Somehow the sacrifice remains.
Yeah, I was watching your
unscathed.
screen and I didn't see any.
So, I definitely got EMF 5. We absolutely saw Ultra 5. He did see orbs, yes?
An obake.
He said
He
he
said
did.
he said he saw orbs.
Okay.
We'll see if he got it right.
Yeah, that was weird. I also didn't have any heartbeat. Really weird. No, it can't be a mimic because the EMF 5.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
That was weird.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Oh, hey. How are you?
Okay.
Dragon, thank you for the
Do I
raid.
sound
We have
super
plenty of
loud
people
still,
to
or
sacrifice.
they
No,
adjusted down a
it's.
little?
I think there's a walkie. I think it's a walkie bug. Someone was even talking about where,
I was like, damn.
yeah, no, it's the volume doesn't change
Probably
Yeah.
just needs a hot fix from the update.
unless
like,
it's something.
that's
Yeah,
all.
you know, Slack.
On-
That's a
I
good
was gonna
point.
say on my call earlier today, my mic kept cutting out, and my levels looked really low, so I boosted it up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Someone made a really good point. There's a really good chance that Ghosty transformed into itself. That's why I didn't see it change. I just wasn't paying attention. If I went back and watched, I might be able to see it.
I didn't see it change looking through the prison bars either. That kind of gave me pause, but I knew that we had the evidence. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got her. At first, I was like, I don't know if there's an Obak here or not, but no, I'm glad you saw the orbs. Good call. All right, let's do it again.
let's go.
Hi, yay. Phasmo's too funny. Phasmo is something, man. Phasmo do be something.
Prepare accordingly before starting the
Wills, thank you so much for the 18 months.
There's been
It's
no
not.
reports of violence
Is
or
it? Okay.
sightings, but please remain
We did
careful.
one.
No.
Okay. Had to be sure. Hey, what up, Luck? How are you? Obakes can transform into their ghost model that they already are. Yes. They go through a cycle. Like, it's a cycle that you can not just predict, but know. And then once it's one ghost model, you know it'll be this ghost model next, and then that ghost model next. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do flashlight. I know I left my filter on. I'm probably just going to leave it on. I could turn it off while we're here and then turn it back on. Yeah, yeah. All right. You're going dots this time. I'll
I
bring
got
evidence
video
related
cam,
things.
Bringing spirit box.
All right. Salt. I'm bringing salt in.
I got video cam, UV, and paramic.
Okay. Definitely skip this week. I would just try it with others, man. I would definitely try it with others. It's one of the best things you can do. Are we missing Phoenix again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing in there?
Phoenix is the new Chiba.
I'm not a Chiba. If my mouse died, I'm sorry.
Oh no! Don't let that happen. All right, ready? Let's rock.
We have tarot cards.
Oh, great.
Family game night. Let's go.
Oh, gross. Be at the ready.
Sure.
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 Got a hot water bottle, a can of Coke, and some.
Really like song did I first this time, okay?
Okay, I'm cool with that. Just waiting for the hunt. Oh, hey, it's hunting. I can't hear.
Sounds like upstairs again.
Do you have UV?
No,
Does song have UV?
I'm not sure.
We know. So, halfway through the hunt, it's hunting.
I heard it come down here.
You're like, oh, really?
Been a rough day. Oh, I'm sorry, friend. Still hunting? Good grief.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Upstairs again?
It sounded upstairs.
That did sound upstairs,
Yeah.
right?
It started upstairs and then came down through the door over here.
That might have been over to my right. Who's got dots in their pooper? I saw that. Oh, you got games on your phone?
Oh, hey, Warren.
In here?
No.
No,
We're
just
hiding
hiding.
here so that we can
The next
figure
hunt,
out-
yeah. Can't wait to do the weekly. Best of luck, dude. Best of luck. Downstairs? Oh, touch this door. Where's the UV? Hey, I'll see you guys later. It touched this door. Hey, it touched the door. It touched the door. Okay, I'm dead.
I think that was downstairs.
Why do I have a sneaky... Hey, do we have UV?
It did not. It just left a deformed neck.
I have a feeling it spawned directly underneath me, and that's why it came directly to me.
And no UV.
Okay, no UV.
Or no EMF on him. That's sad.
Flash was a ghost. Thank you. I'm gonna go look. I mean, directly underneath would be like over here-ish. Oh, here comes Pam Jam. Oh. Crawled under the door. Yeah, did you see? Like, I had no electronic on or anything like that. She just came directly to me for no reason. Absolute hogwash. So the next question is, where the heck did it spawn? Is there any items I can be helpful with? Laughed to my dead face. I know she did. She's rude. Isn't the donut box in here? Is that a thing you can pick up? Oh, I got cuffs.
Good now.
What is the... Run, man, run!
Might be 8 o'clock then.
Oh no. How's she just gonna event on her like that? Found it. Oh no, he doesn't know. Watch this. Now, did she spawn in the library? You know what it sounded like? It sounded like she spawned like here. Oh my God. Crazy ass ghost. Ass ghost. Well, isn't, you know, it's a thing.
Normal speed ghosty in its library.
If they put...
Started right
Cool.
next to
I'm
me.
gonna pretend I know where that is.
That downstairs by the cabin.
We have orbs again.
Wait, did the ghost just... Or was that done with the book? Okay.
Maybe a banshee this time.
If they drop an EMF in here, I can do stuff and things.
Not a note.
Door touch. They said no UV. That would be no banshee. Is that him that shut that door? Or was that the ghost? What's in my coffee? Warm orange juice.
That's a bad.
Ugh. Extra pulp. Ayu. Ew. Ghost? There she is. Hi, Pam. Hey, you want to come find my friends? They're over here. Come here, Pam. Come on. No, come this way. Pam! Pam, they're over here. Hey, Benny McBenderson. She going this way? She's going this way. Had to rise you in the cell block upstairs. Pain. Oh my god. Manifest. Hello.
Seconds to hunt him.
Is he counting the hunt duration? Being a menace? I'm not being a menace. How dare?
We have freezing.
Okay. Rev, Ure. If he said it's normal, then we're looking at a Ure or an Onryo. Get it. Get it. She left so fast. Where's their EMF? Can it be EMF? No, it can't. Goo.
Try to keep an eye out for dots through the window.
So Dot's writing her spirit box.
That seemed to be a Yuri door slam.
Yeah.
So Dots. It's gonna be Dots. Alley Cat, hello.
I watched
shot
that
it.
thing slam the door.
Yeah, this
You know,
one they
especially
didn't.
with
This
the
one
fact
was
that
the
it got him
ghosty.
First, if it's
Dots,
a Yuri,
I see it.
that's
Oh,
just...
dots, yeah, dots.
Oh, I want to see it. Can I see it? I want to see it.
I had to talk shit about it, then it would do it.
Pam's gonna come get you. How'd I die? I was hiding in the toilet and the ghost came directly to me. It was very rude. Where's Phoenix?
Phoenix is not gonna make it.
Run, Phoenix, run.
I'll hold the door open for you.
Run so fast, I swear to God, I will kill you.
I got you. I was holding the door for you.
They're not even pulled tarot cards. Tarot cards. Missed opportunity. Tarot cards.
And it's pajama pants.
Tarot cards.
Through the
I
dots.
don't want to live in prison with Pam.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
she was
missing.
meant to
Oh,
be back for that
sad.
last hunt.
Oh,
Be
sad.
sure you have Yuri.
I got it.
Ew.
Didn't even try to bring me back to life. Were you holding the door? Yeah, but it came directly to me, Tater.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
I can't believe all of you. You had tarot
What do you
cards
mean?
and you left.
You wanted me to stay with Pam forever in prison.
I have self-defense. I forgot that they existed.
Same.
I repressed.
Well, just because we wanted you
I
to
was
have a
too
nice
terrified.
night with Pal.
That's fine. She's a really nice lady. Did you see that bug report? Holding the stall doors alerts the ghost of your location. Is that? I mean, that's a bug report, but has that been said by them to be a thing?
Yeah, because you
I
did one before.
Don't you shame me. All right, let's finch it. Maybe I'll finch it alive. That'll be fun.
Let's go.
Let's
That might
go.
be nice.
Alive stuff. Cool. I think everybody's died at one point.
Song.
The mayor check song.
We've arrived. Check the
Yes.
equipment. Get set up
Song.
before investigating.
Oh, Song hasn't died.
I've got a report that
No,
This is your,
no, I
this
have
is your
not.
run, buddy.
Look at that.
This
All
is
right.
your run.
He's on it. And
for
look
you.
at that. It's sunrise. I'm gonna do.
No,
I'll bring EMF
imagine
and I'll,
wanting me to die.
well, I mean, it sounds like a good time for all.
Yeah.
Not for me.
But for us, it is. I forgot to turn the filter off again. It's going to be so back and forth about me having it on and off, so I've just left it on.
No bonus or.
Sag. Carl, thank you so much for the sub.
Flash didn't even hear my song.
No, no, I know your name is Song. All right, are we ready?
Phoenix said I could be all that I could be, and I said, be all that you could be in
Oh my-
Flash's party.
Oh my god. What do we have?
Hey, we got a circle. Should I light it?
Best of luck.
Hunting.
I hear nothing.
Same.
Well, how are you?
Hi. What do we have?
Nothing.
It's real quiet.
I mean,
Maybe
other
two.
than the sparking fuse box over here.
Obake always shows UV? No. No, one of the traits of a Obake is the fact that they can hide UV.
It's on?
It has to be.
A block or B block?
It has to be cell block.
Because I don't hear anything upstairs. Done.
Let's move over here real fast.
I'm heading over to, B? Or A? Whatever this is over here.
I don't hear anything. Wait a minute. I might be in trouble. Did I just see books on the floor? Zoink Scoob. B block.
Flash, look out. Be careful.
Upstairs, B block. Where? What side are you on? I'm gonna guess. Could you guys even see it? You saw the ghost? I couldn't see it. They're about to walk in here as the ghost is about to hunt, though. You guys saw it? Okay.
Are you getting cold breath over there? Because I'm not.
Negative. I heard that. I heard it touch the cell door.
You threw something your side.
Remove the filter?
Ghost whisper your.
Any particular reason? Show me the darkness. You want the darkness? Here. There you go. I got you, boo-boo. Raising the roof! What up, homie? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? We come in peace. Don't lie to me. Shelb, how are you? What up, Stash? Beautiful pain, you're good, friend. It's done?
That looked like normal. normal
Courtney!
blinks, and she was coming into my cell right at the end.
Oh, she like you. Was it over with me? Oh, was it over with me?
I think so. Facing this way with the paramic is where I heard things.
What side?
Possibly when you go up the stairs on the left. Oh God. She's down where I was. Courtney, thank you so much for the subs. Zai, thank you for the raid. I need to create a separate message or when I raid you specifically. What do you mean? She smelled me? I can smell you. Uh-oh. Oh God, I thought I was stuck. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we lost some.
Hey, it was his turn.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I haven't
Goo.
seen any UV.
Where was that? EMF 5.
Can I come into the out now?
Might want to be careful.
Careful, Sludge Rob. Wally, thank you for the follow. Blondie, thank you so much. Welcome in. Pro Boy, how are you? Guys, if you have to raid and run, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Just doing the weekly. COVID and the flu. Oh, Courtney. Please feel better, friend. Was smash or grilled cheese? Oh my God. Raisin. Oh my God. My wife brought me a grilled cheese home the other day. It was a crab grilled cheese. I might not live. Stab. Thank you for the 10 months.
I didn't
Tomato
get the
basil?
spirit box when I was up there.
You have leftovers? I might have, Josie might have left a crumb for you. Why is it not hunting?
I don't know. It is now.
She said, it is now. Stab. Thank you, friend. Have an interview scheduled for a part-time job with the local library. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. A block. It's in the B block. We're in the B block right now. Is it still hunting? You killed my friends, you sack of shit. We gotta move. Oh God. Oh God. She's gonna hunt. I'm gonna try down here. Ghosty was a child earlier? Are you guys sure you saw a ghosty kid? Are you sure? I'm dead. I love you. She spawned right on top of me. Wow. Absolutely rude. What evidence did I have? EMF 5, right? Are you a wraith? Is this a wraith? Is this beach teleporting ever? Is this a wraith?
Is it?
I mean, it spawned, when I say it spawned on top of me, I mean literally in my spot.
Wow. So we're thinking Wraith, maybe?
I'm thinking so, as of
I
now.
had Salt on me. But I don't think Pionix knows.
EMF, spirit box, and dots. Oh, this turd. See ya, Scooby. Thought you were a professional. How dare you? Listen. You don't have to live to... She's gaining speed.
Speeding up.
Oh no.
He's speeding up.
Run!
Oh no, Phoenix.
Phoenix! Phoenix, now! Phoenix, I think it was a wraith.
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 You can hear us.
Wraith.
Wraith.
Phoenix, Wraith. We might be wrong. Oh, it was a wraith.
Like the beds and drugs for you.
Phoenix, did you get Wraith?
I absolutely did because I thought it was a wraith
Did you
before.
really?
I did.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. I was like, there's no way you have time to check it. I'm so glad you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, it spawned on my head. It was literally inside of me. I just accepted it and I just stayed.
I just heard you yelling from somewhere in the B block.
Yeah, but we got it though.
In
Let's
case
go.
anybody
Good job,
wondered,
guys.
in case anybody wondered, the bone was in the office toilet. We missed that. Darn.
Oh, office toilet.
Ew.
Classic prison toilet bones.
I know.
Y'all sound like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. No, we don't. Well, guys, GG's on the weekly. Thank you all so much for joining.
Yeah,
I appreciate
thank
you.
you.
I think my plan is to, for the weeklies on this rotation, to play with the friendos each time. So whoever's available.
Yay.
Yeah.
I should be around.
Alrighty, Heidi. Appreciate you, friends.
Thank you for the game.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Okay. Filter. Thank you. I got it. Thank you.
Welcome back. Like the beds
See,
and
like
drugs
we
for you.
said, the weekly is not about surviving. It is about getting the ghost correct. So you can take some risks and just jump out there because if you're not sure, you just try again. You don't add any items. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. We're just doing some solo games. We're going to move into some solo games now the weekly's done. But thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Song. And it's perfect timing, too, because ads are coming soon. So we can hit those before stuff and things. But yeah. Yeah, I've had weeklies where I've died each game. And as long as you get the ghost correct, it don't matter. You don't get punched. You don't get punished. Ah, the friends we made. Man, these ghosties. Y'all saying bye reminded me of all bye driver. Bye. That lady. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate you. Mega, hello. How are you? Welcome in. If you guys are new and you're not in my Discord already, my Discord link is in the chat. I have my stream noti goes there. My YouTube notifications go there. We do giveaways. I have Phasmo information, all the stuff. People hang out there. If you're looking for other people to play with, there's a looking for group channel that a lot of people will use. So it's just another option outside of just doing public matches. You can check the official Phaz Discord, or you can check other Discords too. Lots of stuff. All right. I'm going to go ahead and run ads now. We do 3 minutes of ads every hour to remove pre-rolls so that when you first join the stream, you're not getting hit by ads. So I do 3 minutes every hour. So if you're not subbed, if you do not have turbo, I wait for you. So I ain't going nowheres. We're running them right now. 3 minutes. We'll be back. If the EMF goes to 5 during a hunt, no, during a hunt, it doesn't matter. No, during a hunt and during an event, it doesn't matter. Like when it's going crazy up and down. No, that doesn't count. Does not count. Daz, thank you for the follow. Guys, if I missed anything on the talkie side, I just wanted to try it tonight. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we'll see. Just rewatched like 30 of my old videos. You and Warped? Oh, I don't know who that is. I got a graphics card. Game looks amazing now. Let's go. No more Tato. Stream didn't stutter and it looked amazing. Let's go. That's awesome. Thanks a lot, Danny. Why didn't you get ads? Because you're the lucky one. Thought it was already in there. You're good, Dad. No worries. You are good. Yep. It's just delivered differently to different regions. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Yeah. Scared of the new weekly? Play with friends. Play with others. Yep. Listen. Listen for the ghosty. If you're having trouble with this weekly, if you're struggling, once we get out of ads, I can show you guys the cheat sheet website that was made by Zero. That is amazing. That is amazing. Do I stay up late on a school night? No. Go to bed. No. Go to bed. Baxter, what's up, dude? How are you? Aaron, hello. Bree, thank you for the follow. I think I leveled up 2 or 3 times since 4 and I stopped at 8. Wait, what? Never stay up, get sleep. Amen. Oh, I got you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I need my chair to be like... It'll be fine. These arms move. Have been playing this recently. Been super fun. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I hope you guys are having a blast. It's a damn fun game. That is for sure. Bam. Thank you for the 3 months. Only got a minute and a half. Some people don't get it at all. Some people get the entirety of them. That's why I wait for the entire thing. It's regions. Some are different. Are we ghost guessing tonight? Probably not. No, I don't do ghost guessing. No, I'm not doing that until I get a custom one made that allows you guys to collect points when you're doing it. That's the way that I want to do it. Yeah. How do you feel about a doppelganger ghost that has the ability to take on the appearance of a player? You know, there was a point in time where we thought the Mimic could do that. But I think it was a bug at one point. There's a clip of it somewhere. But I think that idea is great. I think that'd be cool. For sure. I would enjoy it. I'd be stressing. Thank you for the 3 months. Spider, thank you for the follow. Archive, hello. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Sparkle, how dare you? No, the reason I haven't been over there, especially, or I wanted to wait, I was hoping to stop it, was I want to be able to go live over there without having GIFs on. But I don't know if I can do that through Stream Elements. I want to have the ability to turn GIFs completely off. Just unlocked Insanity for the first time. What's the best advice for jumping from Pro and Nightmare to Insanity? You know, it's really funny you just said that, Twitty, because I'm literally about to play Insanity right now. I am legit about to do some Insanity games. We do a lot of Nightmare, and then I do No Evidence, a bunch of stuff. I think it's good to have that in between, too. Now you see. Yeah, because it's hard to see, too. Yeah. Ghost use AI to imitate your friends. That'd be kind of funny. I would enjoy it. All right. Single player. Insanity. Not marking it down in the journal. Been there. You're insane, so it fits. Yeah, we'll do some Insanity games today. Maybe we'll switch it up. We might not only do Insanity. We might do more, but we'll see. I'm level, what, 87? What just happened? Oh, somebody's doing a toe sticker giveaway. Type join in chat. Type join over on the purple side. You could get yourself a free toe sticker. Walking on the ceiling and stuff. Yeah, that'd be super cool. I think that'd be awesome. One thing in the game made me level up so much. I appreciate you, Nate. Thanks, dude. Guitar, thank you for the 13 months. Okay. Headgear. I'm not that worried about it because I like using tier 2. And incense, I like using tier 2 lately as well. So I'm probably just going to stick with it. And then what I'll do is I'll go into a map, and then maybe on the next map, I'll let you guys choose where I go. I'll choose the first one, and then you guys can choose the next one. I think that sounds fair. Sounds fair to me. Durku, enjoy the merch. Enjoy, Fran. Definitely a huge fan of the tier 2. It's grown on me. I'm probably still a tier 1 guy, but it's grown on me. You actually can't do it directly from... Yeah, that sucks a lot, Sparkle. I want to be able to go live over there without the gifts being on at all. So, yeah, until I figure something else out, might not be streaming there very much. You know what? We'll do this. Sorry, I'm just checking my screen. That is so weird. All right. Sorry. I'm trying to fix something real fast. There, live doc. There it is. There it is. Think the ghost is going to be a demon? I'm not sold. I ain't sold. There we go. Make it so the game's a little bit bigger over there. Or not bigger. See more of the game. Megan, hello. Thank you for the 18 months. Hello, Fran. How are you? Enjoy the merge, friend. Enjoy the moich. I don't want a new scene. I want to add a new source. There we go. There. Do this. Sorry for the delay. I'm just trying to fix something. Trying to anyway. Don't you ill me. Hi, Roxy. Let's see. You shut your lips right now. All right, that'll fly. That'll fly. Mod me? Oh, ban you? You got it. Alrighty, we're going to do some insanity at Edgefield, and we are going to do it the classic way without a cursed possession and see how it goes. And see how it goes.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before...
Ban you? You got it.
There's been no reports of violence or sightings, but please remain careful.
There we go. Did the weekly challenge make anyone else cry? No, it actually wasn't that bad for us. I don't know. I feel like it wasn't that bad. But there was 4 of us, so it made it a little bit easier, right? A little bit easier. Are you insane? In the membrane. Damn right. Didn't know it was that easy? I mean, they asked. If anything, that was a very kind gesture on my end to just so quickly say yes and go for it. Yeah. Does the curse possession make it easier? Yes, it certainly does. Yeah. Anna Moody. What up, dude? How are you? Hey, how are you? Maybe I'll actually do this. Don't you bonk me. Hey. Hey. Today's YouTube short was great. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Break also thought that was very, very entertaining too. Didn't you, Break? Don't let her lie to you. She did. She said, Hey, she also made a video of the same thing. To be fair. To be fair. All right, now I'm good. Sorry. Thank you for the patience. All right. We have Michelle Ramirez, EMF, ghost event, and a motion sensor. We are playing on insanity, so I'm only going to get one piece of evidence, which, you know, obviously having less evidence is a little harder, but it can be a good thing sometimes, depending on the evidence that you actually get. We start at 75 sanity. I don't know why I'm even looking where the cursed possessions usually are. I'm looking for the bone, to be honest. You had 3 Dios? Ooh. No bone. Oh, goddess, thank you for the biddies. Oh, hiding in the locker? Miss Scoozy? Let's go get the breaker. What up, Vader? How are you, dude? Oh, I thought I saw something there. All right. Nothing. What the hell? Both lockers are open? Ghosty? What up, Pixel? The quietest ghost. Oh, which room? Which room? Which room? You swear? Well, stop swearing. It's not good. Oh. Ooh, F those shoes. Yep. You're right. F those shoes. Yep. Nice bone. Thank you. Oh my. What up, Kyrie? How are you? Mel, how was your stream? White Phantom? I don't know. We don't have any evidence yet. I'm not sold on anything. I don't want. I'm looking at you. All right, we'll take one of those guys. Maybe it'll protect us. I kind of just out of fear wanted to take one of these with me. And then we'll do dots and we'll do a video camera. Warm ghost room. I think it's just taking a while to warm up. I mean, it's taken a while for the rest of the house to warm up and the ghost room to stay cold. Ghosty. Ghosty. I don't have any breath, but it's doing a lot in this room. Yeah, it's just not super cold. Okay. Okay. Young Thay. Terrify? Oh, on the weekly. Oh, I got you. I was really confused what you were talking about at first. Lady, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. 2 ladies. Another lady. Thank you, friends. You're so over it. Wait, what are you over? Wait, over what? What happened? Take UV. What happened? Oh, Caitlin. Oh, confidently wrong know-it-alls. Oh. Oh. Yeah. People do be like that. You guys know what she's talking about? people that just claim to know everything and do it very confidently wrong. Oh, you butthole. Dirty Dave, what up, dude? Watch all the videos on YouTube. A lot of information. Once Phasmophobia came to console, I appreciate you. Thank you, lady. Well, I'm glad that they are helpful, friend. I'm hoping to post even more. I'm hoping to post just a lot of not only... I like to do everything. I don't want to only do educational. I like making funny videos. I like doing speed runs. I like challenging stuff. Like, I like all the above. So hopefully that is what is happening, you know? Fear, thank you for getting merch. Love the educational videos. Again, I would love to do more. I would love to. Thunderbolt, hello. What is the multiplier? It's insanity. So 6. 6. I see nothing. Let's get a spirit box. Let's get one of those because I don't know. I'm feeling like that's going to happen, and we'll bring one of these. I think that sounds like a deal. No, Tony. If I ever am, it'll be on a title. If anyone ever is, it'll be in their title. All right, Ghost. What are the temps now? It's not very cold. What the hell? Better keep quiet and let people support. Yeah, well, people just want to be right. It just happens, man. They want to be right and they want to make sure. What the? Are you here now? Nice bone. Thank you. Oh, I hate you so much. Ay, caramba. Hallway now? I guess, dude. That would make sense why it's not doing anything because the light's on. Ay, ay, ay. That was the bone with the shoes? Yes, it was. I just don't have a photo camera on me, so can't do too much. And this won't work unless both these lights are off. Let's try this. Let's try one of those guys with the side of one of these. Next to one of those. Glacius! Thank you for the... Oh, goo. Thank you for the 30 months, homie. Oh, my God. How the hell? Was that a light switch? You're not a mayor. No UV. Roger that. What are the odds? I mean, I guess they're not that low. Where are you? Are you near? I'm dead. Holy shit. That was an event? Wow. That was so believable. Shut up. Right, we know you don't have UV. Oh, dude, I thought that was it. I was like, that's curtains. Where are you?
It's toasting.
Oh, you sneaky bitch. You sneaky bitch. Yannick, thank you for the 16 months. Oh, it's so spicy. Need to clean your pants? Both of them. Both. You walked in salt, so you're not a wraith. You could be a Dio. You could be a Moroi. None of these other ghosts have force outside of the Mimic. I mean, the Mimic has orbs all the time, and we don't have any orbs. Not that I could see. Yeah, not that I could tell. Spooky Time Pizza! Hello, friend. How are you? Welcome in. How is it going? Good to see you, dude. The clip? Oh, I have a feeling this ghost is going to hunt me very, very soon. I got a feeling. All right, this will work. Have I died yet this stream? Yeah, during the weekly a couple times. For sure. Aw, Courtney! Oh, Merrick, did I have... Oh, yeah, you're right. I gotta mark those things off when we learn about them. Oh, rude. Can you be it? No. I'm gonna go get a photo camera. Going insane tonight? Oh, we'll see. Phantoms do not show in photos, right? That is correct. Phantoms will not show up in a photo if you take a picture of it. So we could test it that way. I mean, really, I can't make it hunt because we're on insanity. Insanity, you don't have a cursed possession. You just have to drain your sanity. Things I can do. I could do an Onryo test. I could do that. Let's go get this at the door and try. Feeling Phantom? I don't know. I'm not certain yet. Oh, Phantoms are a fun one. I would agree. Absolutely. All right, we have a lighter. Good. It's here. All right. Definitely want to make sure we have a smudge, maybe 2. Just to be safe. We're going to bring all these to the door. All right, give me this guy. Oh, it's hunting. Oh, hey! Hi, friend. It's good to see you. Yoinks! Ooh. I don't need a ghost photo now. I can still try to get one. Ka-chow. I missed. Ka-chow. Gotcha on the second time. All right, we're good. I messed up one. Hey, look at it. Dio. I'm not upset. All right. I definitely don't want to trap myself, though, because that would be really bad news bears. I'm just a baby. First try. Nailed it. You would never even know. Ew, it's a child. Chat yourself earlier. Trying to get a ghost photo? Anyone else having trouble getting UV footprints? I don't know. I haven't had a chance to try. I'll try in a little bit, though. All right, you're going to walk down here anyway. We're going to make you real slow. Just a baby. Well, we know we're at least within hunting, but man. Phew. Dio. Holy hell. All right, come on. Playing solo. Yep, indeedy. Yebbers. What up, G? How are you? Gotta love a Dio. We gotta take our little Dio for a walk. We will. It's gonna happen. Oh, it might need a crucifix. We'll see. Is that the power? Oh, you jerkhole. Where you at, bruh? Turn those off. We don't need them anymore. It's in that room. Go. Hello, child. Come. Gather. It's extra slow now. Oh my god. Fun picture. We'll get there. We'll get there. Patience is a virtue. All right. Ghosty, ghosty, ghosty. What do you mean, poor thing? It's having a good old time. You're gonna... F those shoes. I agree with the ghost. 3, 4. Should probably be enough. Yep. Yep. It's just a baby. All right. EMF, event, motion sensor. We have spirit box. Is there a possibility it could have been a mimic? Yes. But definitely it was not. F them. Oh yeah, we can F them. Yeah, I don't want to rip that away from you guys. I'll F them shoes emotes. Thank you. Hey, Sunshine, thank you so much. F them shoes. F them shoes. Okay, we did it. And it let us out. Nice. Thanks, Ghosty. Okay. Done. RNG is RNG, and I will take it any day of the week. Any day of the week. Guess normal insanity wouldn't be so bad with a blood moon. What? Oh, like this?
Welcome back. I've got some
Yeah, your
jobs ready
sanity
for
would
you.
drain a little faster. Yeah. Sweet. Classic Dio. Classic. Give us an update. Where can we ride the darn tricycle around the house? That update hasn't come out yet. Give it some time. Yeah. Any reason I rather play solo? See, I like both. You say rather play. I like playing both. The reason I play solo a lot is it makes it a lot easier to show others how to do different things in the game. I feel like honestly sometimes the game is easier when you play solo because you're not trying to divide sanity and incense and everything else. It's nice. It's just a good juggle between me and talking to others when we're talking about the ghost abilities, how to test for this, how to do this. If I'm playing with others, it's tough because I want to make sure I'm respecting their time and I don't want to just ignore them to talk to chat. So there's a happy medium. That's why I play both. That's why I do both. All right. Well, that wasn't too bad. Nice little insanity perp. We'll try to get all insanity perfects if we can. You also don't have someone waiting for you. Exactly. Exactly. All right. We are going to let you guys decide where we go. Your vote is going to count once and one time only. The world is your oyster. Where are we going? 1 through 14 inside of the purple side. On the Tweesh. 1 through 14. Where are we going? Your vote counts once. We finally got voice recognition on console? Yeah. Yeah, you guys finally do. Yes, sir. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds and then we'll go. Yep. Nothing, Spoon. No, I don't play with people based on donations. No, that wouldn't be fair. Nope. I do viewer days. We'll have a viewer day. I'm going to have a viewer day this Friday. Yeah, that would be really weird, in my opinion. Take donations to play with people. That'd be weird. I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. Lady Gamer, thank you so much for the sub. Cook, thank you for the follow. Graze, hello, how are you? Azuri, thank you, friend. All right, let's end it. All right, random. Randomly going insane. Played on Nightmare for the first time last night. GG's. Spin the wheel? Yeah, we can do that. Go ahead and do it now while we're here. Sure. That way we don't forget about it. Random is lame. Listen, that's what they want, man. There's nothing I can do about it. It's what they choose. One of these days, I'll remove it from it. All right. What's going to be? Merch. Ooh. Okay. All right. Again, this is going to be on the purple side. Yeah. What's the most useless piece of equipment in my opinion? I mean, useless, it's all useful, but like useless, like the least used equipment is going to be your sound sensors. That is 1,000,000%. Merchy merch, that's right. The sound sensors are absolutely the most unused piece of equipment there is. All right. Give me a second here, friends. I do have to decide what it's going to be. And then it's going to be it'll be really easy to join. It'll be super easy to join. I will let you know when it happens. Shit, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We'll do this one. Look at all these sheep. Look at all these sheep. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them as they herd together. Look. Unbeknownst to them, they are getting nothing accomplished. Nothing. 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 Nothing is happening yet. You are getting nothing. Good day, sir. Right over the cliff. Don't go over there. All right. It takes a second for it to process, so just hold on. Shut up. To be fair, I'm new here. That's fair. That's fair. No, it's you'll hear a noise when it goes off, and then you'll also see a prompt inside of chat that'll tell you when it starts. So you're good. All is well. You're fine. What is the Roman numeral next to my number? It's what prestige I am. Yeah, it's a matter. I just have to wait for fourth wall. Once fourth wall processes it, then we're good to go. So we wait. 17? Yeah. Do you realize how long the prestige has been around? There it is. Now you can type join in chat to win. See? See how this works? There you go. You have 60 seconds, man. You gave birth to a wraith in the prison map? That's facts. I'm fairly certain I did as well. I didn't know what to name her. Imagine waiting. Yeah, fourth wall is amazing. I love it. It makes it so easy to give away merch, to stream. Makes it so simple. I love it. And I also love the merch itself. I'd say 80% of my shirts are from fourth wall. Probably. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate you. No, there's no exclamation point. It's not a command. It's just the word. Just the word. Plushies attacks my fave. It's probably my favorite too. Yeah. The beanies are fire. I gotta, dude, because I wear this hat all the time. I mean, I do wear the beanie occasionally. I do wear it occasionally. And the giveaway winner is Maggie. GG's friend. G's and cheese. GG's. Enjoy, friend. Make sure to click the link that popped up from fourth wall so you can actually redeem it. Yeah. Love the hoodies. They're so good. I love them. All right. Well, chat voted for us to do a random insanity, so I guess that's just how this is going to go. That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
Artsy, hello.
Set up before
Mr.
investigating.
Play, say hello. Well, hello. Say hello back to him for me.
Whoever was here
How do you prestige? When you're level 100. Yep. You have the choice to prestige at level 100. It's not a requirement. Special Easter challenge shirt. What the hell? What the hell? Where can you find it? Do exclamation point merch. Yeah. Oh, I think you're going to become a Rocket League streamer. Any tips? I can give you some air dribbling tips if you want. Yeah. Use the breakout. Do a 270 distance. Keep your... I don't remember what I'm talking about. Arts, I've been good. How have you been, friend? I should join more public lobbies. It was so good. I definitely will. I promise I will. I'll find a day and I'll do that. I swear to you I will. Emerald, thank you for the 7 months. I don't know when, but we will. Ellen Birch, Firelight, capture a photo, and parabolics. So let's check for some bonus herbs. And with it being restricted, nice friendly reminder about restricted that it just makes it easier when you're in the truck to know where you're going. Remember, when you're playing restricted, it is one of 5 areas. It is either going to be the center area, the male wing, which is on the left, the female wing, which is on the right, or downstairs, you have the hospital wing and the restricted. To know which one it is that you have, you can just go and check your cams. Your cam to start is going to be outside. The next camera will be here. The next camera will be chapel. The next camera will tell you which one you have. And if you don't have a next camera, it's restricted because restricted doesn't have a camera. So if I go like this, we know just by looking at this hallway that is upstairs and it's on the left-hand side. It's going left. It is the male wing. And we can know that for sure by coming over here and looking at this guy and knowing that that camera is going that way. So now we know where it is. Well, we not know where the ghost is. We know which area we need to look, but now we need to find it. So do I want to take a smile? Or we're going to risk it and go without. Yeah. Risk it and go without. I have TV privileges? No, I don't. They're broken. All right. We'll take that guy. We'll take this guy. And... oh, Maggie enjoyed this shirt. And you know what? I am actually going to take one of these. Yeah, I don't trust myself. Ask myself. Of course. Of course. Jace, how are you? All right. Immediately turn this on. Got our power. Lovely. Did you break the TVs? Yeah, I was a little angry. Said some things I didn't mean. Just be here. Don't be down there. Just be here. Just throw an item. Just throw an item. You know how cool that'd be? Map is so scary. It still freaks most of us out. But that's what makes it so great. What do we... oh, okay. Bone. There's no bone here. Remember, we're on insanity, so I'm not going to have a cursed possession. Chances are the bone's going to be all the way down the hallway. Yeah, Sid. Yeah, it's Twitch. Hello? Bone? Yeah, you're not that kind. Damn it. A lot of eerie noises. Yeah, it's so good. I love it. I love it. Like I said, most of us. Well, you know, you got to leave room for error. Tired, how are you? Give the pad room a little visit. I can't. I'm unrestricted and I don't have that wing. We have this one. Ghosty. You get lost? Oh, it's just a matter of time, friend. Oh, that's a whisper. That's a whisper. That was a whisper. That might be there. Oh, excuse you. Is it actually in here? Hello? Tired's not tired. Let's go. Which map are you most excited to see reworked this year? It's so hard to say because the only one we know, like, a lot of information about is Bleasdale. I agree. So it's really tough to say which one we're excited for. I can tell you, if you are a frequent Trello checker, that you will notice that all of the small maps are now on the Trello for being reworked. They're not in progress or anything like that, but they've added, I think, Edgefield and a few of the others. I believe so. Tanglewood 2, right? Yep. Yep, indeedy. Siger, hello. Someone should make a blur for Flash. No, they shouldn't. Leave Flash alone. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to take these two just because. I'm lagging a little bit. Hello? Is that Phaz? I do appreciate the updates. Yeah, of course. Yeah, when I notice them, I try to say something about it too. I don't always catch it, but I try to. Let's take one of those in there. Let's do this. Let's do this. If the ghost is a djinn, will it do its speed up if it tracks your light or only if it has line of sight? Only if it has line of sight. I know what you mean. Will it speed up if the djinn is there and I am here and it senses me? Will it speed up? No. It will speed up with line of sight. Yeah. Yeah. Banksy! Thank you for the prime, dude. Nonor? All right. Pardon you. Oh, here's the breath. Okay. It must be doing that through the wall. Is there no switch in this room? Oh, you suck. That's unfortunate. I think there's a bomb. Okay. We have no UV. I don't see orbs. Good gravy. Why is that so loud? Let's check again. No, definitely not. Okay. I think it found you. Yeah, I think it did too. We all right. We all right. How was the weekly? The weekly was okay. It actually was not too bad, man. Yeah, it was all right. Is the cross upside down always the ghost room? Not necessarily. It means that the ghost has been there. There's a possibility the ghost could interact with the crucifix and the ghost is in like the room next door. But the only way that the crucifix will be turned over like that is if the ghost interacted with it. Yeah. You're not buying headliners? Do it. It's a lot of fun, man. Yeah. Stupid Rush. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Still nothing. I'm going to check for temps though. Good to know. Yeah. Did we ever find out when the Chronicle update is coming out? I don't think there's been a public announcement about it. I don't think so. Has there? I don't think so. Has there? Mommy? No. Kings fan, how are you? How do you tell an event from a hunt? There's a few things. If you're playing on a difficulty that has a grace period, and the ghost immediately walks, you know it's an event. Why is that door fully shut? Huh? Huh? Mrs. Flash is good. Thank you for asking. 2 degrees. What up, Zero? How are you? A Zoom app? That'd be cool. Why is a wing restricted? I don't understand the question. Kiddos are doing good. They've been busy, man. Busy. Check for late orbs. Nothing. Nope. There we go. Why is the ghosty quiet all of a sudden? I don't understand. Why is it quiet all of a sudden? Interesting. Can mimics copy any ghost? Yeah, they can mimic other ghosts and their abilities. They just can't copy evidence. Come on, do a door slam. Do a door slam. Yetting, with the merch giveaways, you just need to check the Fourth Wall website to make sure that it can ship to your country. What are we missing? Orbs, freezing, or dots. Okay, I need you to open that back up, if you wouldn't mind. I do have a smudge close by inside. I could take that with me and try to do these guys. Try and go get a photo. Get a firelight burnout. Can you place an object in the door? No. The door, it'll phase through the door. Yeah. You can't stop it like that. If it closes the door, that's considered a Ure. All ghosts can touch the door enough times to make it closed, but the Ure does a special door slam. Let's see if we can get it to do it while we're here. Cool. You want to do the ting? Come on, everybody's watching. Do we need to count you down like a rocket ship? What's your name? Ellen Birch. Ellen. Freezing, dots, and orbs. Let's check freezing again. Remember when I said that it was super cold in here and I thought it might be freezing? Maybe? Today? Listen, dude. Why does it keep interacting with everything in the other room? How easy would it be for a beginner to run higher difficulties for XP? Why would you do that, though? Come on. You are interacting with so much over here. It's 20 degrees. It's just interacting with a bunch of shit through the wall. Come on. What do you mean by the mimic can't copy evidence? Like, you can't get dots and the ghost be a mimic. So, EMF 5, ghost writing, dots, those have nothing to do with a mimic. If you get any of those, it can't be a mimic. We're just going to do everything in every room surrounding this room, huh? Taking poopies in sinks. Making chalky milk. Take all of its stuff away? What do you mean? Why would I take its stuff? I want it to do things in there. What am I doing the weekly? Already did. It's always the first thing I do on Mondays. Always. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You were just shy. He just didn't want us to watch. Or she, sorry. So aggressive. What's your name? Oh, I saw that, Ellen, you piece of trash. This mother effer. We've been sitting here just staring at this. Okay. You ready for your ghost photo? Wait, I have room, right? Oh, God. Got it. I'm not exactly sure how I got it, but I got it. I saw a sliver of the right side of my journal open with the dots. Got it. I mean, hell, we might as well just stay here and get firelight photos. We have Ghosty. We have objectives. I need 3 more photos and we're dipsy doodling. Quick draw. Like throw. She's not fun. Okay, better. Should be fine. Yeah. 2 more. Already got the bone. Skull was in this room. Yeah. It was literally in this room. I don't know what else you want me to do, dude. I've given you so many things. Here, I'll even give you this guy. Ellen Birch. Ellen. See, this is where... Ellen, we sensed you. Go. One more for the road, Ellen. Curse object. Can't do that inside of insanity. I just don't want to have to go back to the truck and get something when I can just wait here like this. Because we are 1 photo away. Yep. Did you get the dirty sink? I did. Yes. Yes. There you go. Love you. Bye. She wiggled her butt. She's just trying to walk over top of all the stuff. Can the ghosts change their dot shape? No. No. The ghosts, when they are in dot form, are whatever ghost model the ghost is. Making me right. I mean, I could have gone back to the truck to get salt. There's plenty of things we could have done. I just wanted I wanted to save time. Wow, dude. And she shut the power on her way out. What a jerk face. All right, Ellen Birch. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you. Love. Kisses. Love and kisses. Why no hunt? Why do I need one?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
You're a. It did its ability probably 3 times, maybe 4. It might have been 4. It was 4. 4 times. This is why the Ure is not necessarily my least favorite ghost anymore, because it's been just for some reason doing more recently. I'm not upset about it. So level 1 crucifix can't save you from the hunt or stop the hunt. Incorrect. The level 1 can stop a hunt if the ghost is within range. It absolutely can. Yeah, 1,000,000% can. Which one do I have in Phaz? Oh, I don't know. 83. Memorize what? Well, the Ure door slam, the way you need to think about it is there's a delay. So you will see the door shut and you can like count 1, 2, and then boop, and then it hits. Yeah. When's console update with recognition come out? Like a week ago. Yeah, cursed hunts. Only the tier 3 can stop. Yeah. All right, guys, I have ads coming again. And we have to feed the demon. We have to feed the demon. So we're going to go ahead and do them while we're sitting here like this. I do 3 minutes of ads every hour, so that way you guys don't get any pre-rolls when you first enter the stream, because that sucks when you join a stream for the first time and immediately see ads. The only time you see them here is if I am manually running them. If I'm playing with others, it'll just happen. But if I'm playing solo, I can just wait in the lobby like this. So that's what we're going to do. 3 minutes, BRB. I'm not going anywhere. Go stretch your legs. Go get a drink. We'll be right back. Bezos demands. Yep. Yep. Just nature of the beast, man. Just the way that it goes. Boo doo boo boo. Appreciate it, of course, dude. But of course. I struggle with ghost photos. Any tips? Try to do it during an event, if possible. An event, or if you have a dots ghost, you could try to get a dots ghost photo. That can still be tough because sometimes it's not predictable when the dots go, like how long the dots ghost will be available. But if it's an event, you have a good idea of how long the ghost will be there. One of the mistakes I see a lot of players make is when a ghost events, when they go to take a photo, they charge the ghost. They legit run after the ghost. If you are the target that the ghost is eventing on, because the ghost picks one person to event on, and you charge the ghost, you're going to make it disappear. So don't do that. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I did is because I ran into a hacker that got me. Oh my God. Yeah, Reeves, there's a lot of them around, friend. Yeah, there's a lot of them around. Yeah, it's really pathetic. Yeah. What up, Lazy? Hello. Would you say that you're desensitized to the spooks and Phaz? I would not, because there's plenty of clips of me getting jump scared. Yeah, Drim, thank you for the follow, man. Is dying the demon achievement rare? It is, because it's RNG. You have to get the demon to hunt you with its ability within a minute and also get you within a minute. Yeah. Hacking's pointless. No, there's a point to it. It's just a very sad point. That's all. Why hack in early access games so people think that they're important when they're not? Yeah. There's a lot of people that have grown their platforms on exploits and cheating and all that stuff. I mean, you do you, but that's what you're known for. So whenever you do anything else, all people want to see you do is cheat the game. So no one's going to take you seriously. In other words, people might follow you for the memes because it's funny, but no one's going to take you seriously. I know a few people that are like that, unfortunately. Do you need to guess demon as well? No, I don't think so. No, Grim. I don't think you even have to circle the ghost at all. Yeah. Hi, Maddie. Ads are almost done. We have 10 seconds and they're finished. And they're finched. How do you know if a streamer's cheating or just an overlay so the chat can see easier? The only way you know is if they're doing things that are blatantly obvious. Yeah, some people on the TikToks are definitely not the brightest individuals in the world because they advertise that they're getting people levels by making them pay for it. And not to mention, they're making people pay for it, and because it's on TikTok, they're only getting paid like 40% of what someone is giving. So they're not only like they're not only fucking themselves, but also the individuals that are paying for, like, it's just, I don't know, it's such a brain dead thing to do. It's really sad. Lightwalker, hello. Battle Corgi, what up, dude? All right, we're back. Jana, hello. Baby Cakes, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. I think the Goria is bugged because I had it change rooms on 11 times run. Did you screen grab where it was a Goryo and it also changed rooms? Because if you did, please report it. I think it was Tater. It might have been Tater that said something about it. About a Goryo possibly changing rooms. Dude, anything's possible at this point. Yeah. Phaz is not that hard. No, it's just a game you can learn. The game is so well done that you can learn all of these things. It's not all completely random nonsense. Like, you can pick up the strategies of how to figure out the ghost and all this stuff. And the people that cheat the game, just, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. But yeah. Yeah, it's been popping up a lot. They gave him 30 levels that he wants to get rid of. Anyway, he can do that. Yeah, he can report it. Yeah, tell him to go to the official Phaz Discord and to report it. There's probably an easy way for him to remove those. For sure. Yeah. Happen to catch me? Hello, friend. Oh, user, I appreciate that, man. Alrighty. Where am I gonna go now? We're gonna go to a Graphitone. Insanity at Graphitone. We're trying to do some perfect insanities. Tis the goal. Takes the whole happiness out of it. I mean, it just says what kind of an individual they are if they feel the need to do that. I doubt that you have hackers like that are just very joyful beings to be around. No offense to anybody that is a joyful hacker. I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, I guess there are if people are doing it for a legit reason. Like, I think a good example of that would be like Pirate Software. Like, he did it for the government. So, like, he didn't do it for malicious intent. He did it to find loopholes and like to help fix things and stuff like that. I guess that would be, people like that are a different story. Yeah, because they're out there to make things better. Yeah. Anywho, Ninja, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, dude. For the videos. Oh, no. The message scrolled away. What up, Harrison? Learned so much from yours. Oh, you aren't as scared as anymore. Hell yeah. Yeah, you just got to let that ghosty hunt you, man. You just got to let him do it. Those anonymous guys, yeah, they're trying to do better things. Trying to do better things. Can a monkey paw cause a Goryo to move? Yeah, if you wish for sanity, it changes the ghost's favorite room. Yeah. We have a Kenneth Lancaster. Repel, Crucifix, and a ghost event. You know what I haven't had in a long time? I feel like I haven't had a blood moon in a hot minute. I'm sure that jinxes it, and I'm probably going to get one at some point. I feel like it's been a while. All right, the way we're going to find this ghost is we're going to use the tier 3 parabolic. When you're on a 2-story map and you have the tier 3 parabolic and it can tell you sound from the floor you're on, above you, and below you, we go for it. We go for it. And hopefully not die. Was that to my right? Or was that to my... I wasn't looking in the right direction. I heard a glass, though. Definitely heard a glass. We know it's on the first floor. Oh my God, devil. Oh, that scared me. Oh. Oh my Lanta. Devil, you beautiful, beautiful bean. How in the heck are you, sir? What glass did we hear, dude? Nothing has moved. Is there a new weekly? Yes. Yeah, it came out yesterday. For sure. Devil, how was your stream, bruv? Good to see you, man. 3D, hello. Maccabi, hello. Yes. Every Sunday, yep. The weekly resets every Sunday. I play it every Monday. I post it to the tube every Tuesday. Yeah. Ghost. Hello. But upstairs? Okay. What? What? Jesus Christ. Devil, I appreciate you, brother. If you have to go, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had an amazing stream, man. Hi, caramba. It's collect call. Roger that. Alrighty. Well, we know where the ghosty is now. Kind of. Maybe. Actually, I'm not even sold on that. Let's actually take one of these. Give. Give. Are you more excited for the new Grafton or the new Bleasdale? I need to see more photos of Grafton before I can make that decision. It's very, very hard to say which one because we've seen a lot of photos from Bleasdale. We have seen a single photo from Grafton. Devil was very EP. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. When he streams, he does long streams, long ass stream. Both would be played a lot. Amen. Got any orbs out there? The chicken coop. Yeah, that's all we saw. So I'm excited to see more. Excited to see more. There's our breath. All right. Ghosty is definitely up there. It's like 2 degrees up there. So roger that. Let's get more stuff. I like turning the soundbar up real loud on this map so it sounds like the outdoors indoors. Oh my God. I don't think I'd want that. I don't think I'd want that. When I talk about ghost abilities, they think I'm lying. Who is they? All right, Ghosty, where you at, bruh? Touch Nanor. Hold on. Your friends. Get new friends. The voices. Flash used to do long streams all the time. Now he's split. What? Wait. Now he's split. Medical job. Dr. Devil. Oh, man. You shut your damn butt. Hey, you knock it off right now. All right, let's go get salt. What is the worst ghost ability to come across? Actual ability? That's a hard question to answer. Like worst ghost ability. One of the abilities you should be most scared of is the demon, because the demon can hunt you at any percent. Any percent. Raleigh, thank you for the 3 months. Hope the remakes of the farmhouses aren't pitch black. I don't know what they're gonna be like, man. I hate it here. Ghost got detector. Blech. Wraith, no, I would still I don't think so. No, I would say the demon. Running into that is bad. Hi, Poots. What's up, Jamie? How are you, my friend? How's it going? How we do? Okay. Well, Ghosty's up there doing stuff and things. Let's try not to die. I want all the animal plates in that pink room on Bleasdale to be throwable. Hopefully, one of those animal plates that's on the wall inside of Bleasdale is going to be Little Miss Josie. She should be there. She should. There's no guarantee or anything like that. They didn't say like, yes, she's going to be there, but it's a crap ton of pet plates. And I submitted the photo of Josie. All right. Put that there. Put that there. Let's put this over here. Is that a ghost fart? Okay. So I guess it's all right. Is Josie one of my? Yeah, Josie's the name of my dog. Yeah, she's my little miniature golden doodle. Hey, what up, Neo? How are you, dude? Oh, we have a chair. Miss Goosey. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? I don't know if he's here or not. Okay. No freezing. Gonna miss the chair. What if they bring it back though? You know? Like bring back chair or riot, you know? Hyper! The ghost is clearly right there. Okay, don't poke fun at me just because I don't know. I don't know what it threw, but I heard something. Rude. Put some pics in Discord. Oh, of the pet? Oh, I'll definitely check. I will absolutely take a look. Didn't know you could use spirit. You could use the spirit box near the ghost while it's hunting. Yeah. Like if you're good at looping, you could loop around the island. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Is this like a miling or something? Why didn't I hear it start hunting? EMF ultraviolet ghostwriting. Okay. EMF ultraviolet ghostwriting. Did you touch any doors? Also, side note, it hunted away from the crucifixes. Bellin, how are you? Okay, creeper. So does that mean you're officially... You sack of crap. Hadouken! I just realized I have no protection. I should probably get more. Yee. Hey, what up, Justin? How are you? Jamie, thank you for the biddies. Cook, thank you, dude. Ew, the giggle. Ooh. All right. Do you like the new update when it comes? What? All right. I'm going to bring another smudge, and we're going to bring this because I haven't been able to check for UV. You hate the giggles. Doing good. Glad to hear it, man. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, man. What up, Sam? How are you, dude? Oh, you suck. Did I miss the OG Spear Box? Not really. Was it cool? Yeah. Does it make sense? No. Hunting? That has to be a miling. Dude. That has to be. Right? I heard plates being tossed. I didn't hear a single footstep, not until it got closer. I'll try you burst the lights because you suck and we hate your face. Am I going to like the update next year? I don't know what the update next year is. I'll put this over here. What up, Brett? I think I'm within hunting again. The new map changes. You mean the ones in this year? In 2025? What up, CT? How are you? I was robbed. EMF ultraviolet ghostwriting. You're hyped. Let's go. EMF ultraviolet ghostwriting. Just waiting for it to hunt again. Or try to hunt. There we go. Should have bought me 90. So, you hath not wrought in book. Has not happened. I don't think I've officially had a chance to actually check for UV. That's an EMF 5. Okay. Now I'm feeling more confident about miling. I do need it to eat a crucifix, which it's all over the place up here, so I don't know how I'm even gonna get this, but I'll try. We'll give it a damnedest. Cook, thank you for the sub. All right. We'll go here. Over there. Dahlia! My lovely friend, hello. Welcome in, Dahlia. How are you, friend? How was your stream? Oh my Santa. Mushi, thank you for the follow. Hello. Callie, thank you for the minis. Oh my goodness. Saw the hype train was near and had to get it. Oh, Cook, I appreciate you. Do I like the Mimic? It's literally my favorite ghost. Literally my favorite ghost. Gonna head to bed, Sparkle. I appreciate you, homie. I did Nightmare solo. How was? Do tell. Hi, Queen. Did you live? Did you get the ghosties right? It's hunting. We have a miling. This ghost is extremely quiet. That's why we hear all this crap happening, but no footsteps. Died to a DO. Oh, no. you better go upstairs, nerd. Got the ghost wrong. Then I got a Pulte. Oh, did it actually do Pulte things? Apple, how are you? Night, Crystal. Juju, thank you for the biddies. Better, did better than I would. Listen, Nightmare Solo is an awesome step. I have 2 doors near me. You turds. There's one right there that is open. There's one right there that is open. You don't have guesses for what the new small map is going to be. It's nothing but guesses, Nightwalker. Nothing but. So until they give us some kind of announcement or anything like that, yeah. It's a Ure. It's not a Ure. We know what it is. I needed to eat the damn crucifix. Because of the slam door. It was a blarp. Lucky. Lucy, thank you for the follow. Chat helped. Well, good. They better. They better. All right. I'm going to go get... We need to eat this damn thing. I'm going to guess the gas station. Yeah, could be. Yeah. All right. Get this guy. Get that guy. We have smudgies in there. I'm going to grab another one. Actually, I'm a liar. I'm going to drop this, grab this, take this. Okay. Dahlia, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. You know I love you. You know I love you. This just in case. Actually, wait. Do I have time? Not anymore. Who just did a thing? Who just did a thing? Oh, copper! Did I empty the salt? It's empty, right? Yeah. Oh, copper. Thank you for the subs, homie. Caster, hello. What up, Sloth? Welcome in. Oh, God. F off. It still hasn't eaten the crucifix, by the way. Fun fact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I don't know where it's hunting from. You didn't have to do squat. How dare you? It wants me. It wants something. Yeah, Copper went on a cruise and the photos look great. It looks so fun. Where? Where? What up, AJ? It's got to be coming from like the bedroom or something, right? At this point? How do you link your Twitch to Discord? You need to go to the cog wheel in the bottom left and go to connections, I think it is. Try seasoning it. I could try. Wherever the ghost is, it is not here. It's making poopies in the sink. I moved it from there. Yes? Yes. Okay. I have one over there and I have one over here. Maybe the problem is it's not over here enough. You know? Oh, you son of a bitch! Did you just see where it hunted from? It hunted from where the crucifix was. beg. I don't want to beg. I'll look desperate, sissy. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Jamie, thank you for the gifted to Mr. Song. Okay, where's my other one? So there was the one. Did I put the other one over here? In air? In air? Hello? Oh no, I do. Okay. Fair enough. Go in. Clifton, thank you for the sub. Okay. We have one right there. Where the hell did I put the other one? Ghosty is doing a lot of stuff over here. Come on. Just eat the damn thing. You're not that hungry? Well, it should start. Lashed Odin, hello. Other carpet upstairs, maybe that might be why I didn't see it. Could have been tough to see. What up, Rat? Complete objectives, trying to. Top of the stairs, left near the back. Okay, thank you. Are your picks are salt? Yeah. Damn right they are. Try harder. How dare you? Okay. In the left near the back. Oh, wait. It was this one right there. Thank you. All right, so that's covered to there. And then I'm going to cover this. That's got to get it. Like, come on. Come on. It's moving around so much up there. Will the game ever give you objectives that can't be completed with the ghost and the run? No. The game could give you objectives that maybe you can't complete because you didn't bring the items. Thanks. Works up an appetite. It's not eating it. No. Not at all. Mars, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome in. I'm about to say like one more shot and then I'm leaving. It's not having it. What did I do? This one. What I'm going to do? Right there. I have no protection. F this. I don't care. Uh-oh. Don't event on me. Eat the cruci? Rat! Finally. Oh, you just wanted me to be here to see it. Oh, I understand. Well, that's awfully nice of you. Thank you. Little ka-chow action. There we go. It is so spicy. Ay, ay, ay. Literally dancing around the crucifix like a jerk. Thank you, Raleigh. Thank you. Just tiptoeing around it. Not a burn cruci? No. No, I got the picture too fast. If I would have waited a little bit longer, then it would have been a burn cruci photo. But if you get the photo fast enough, you can get interaction and then get a burn cruci. Yeah. Perfect. Man, this one was a pain in the ass, but still, we're getting it though. And we're not even using the custom insanity. We're just doing the normal insanity runs. And it's working. It do be working. Hey, what up, Robert? How's the new challenge this week? Pain in the ass. But it wasn't that hard for us. I don't know. It wasn't that bad. We had 4 of us. So it made it a little bit easier. First time really chatting. Well, I appreciate it, friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. If anybody is new here, don't forget that I do have a Discord that we hang out in outside of stream. And then the rest of my socials are also there. Time for bed. Goodbye, Sugar Chef. Have a good one. Alrighty. Done with the weekly? Yeah. On Mondays, I do the weekly first thing. And then after that, we move into other games. So that was the first thing that I did. All right. We're going to do another one, but I need to use the restroom. So I'm going to do that quickly. And then after we do that, we'll go into another map. So you guys think about what you want to do. Think about your stuff. I'm not going to go away from the screen. We'll just keep this screen open. And then I'll BRB. All right. So get your thinking caps on and figure out what you want to do. All right, we're back. All right, what's the consensus? Any tips how to find the ghost room in this week challenge without orbs? The ghost hunts right away. We can't find the room. The parabolic microphone can be extremely helpful for sure. Thank you, lady. The ghost obviously is going to hunt you because you have 0 sanity. Knowing a general idea of where the ghost is pathing can be really useful, because then you can get closer to the ghost without being in the path of the ghost. It's not a guarantee. It's just a better chance of it. Knowing where you can run to in prison to quickly get away from the ghost is really good. There's a spot on that first floor right there near visitor where the power spawns. There's a spot right behind the desk you can hide. The bathrooms upstairs you can go. You have, I mean, there's plenty of spaces that are hiding behind a cell door is better than just running out in the middle of the cell block. So if you're going to A or B and you think the ghost is near, A or B and you think the ghost is nearby, go hide inside of a cell block, shut the door. Ghost can't see through the door. I mean, it's possible it could open it and see you, but you might be okay. Yeah. Retro consoles in the background go hard. You like that? It's my jam, man. It's my jam. Nerdy, thank you for the 2 months. Screw prison? I'd rather not. All right. Now we are going to do insanity at Maple. Because. Yeah, it's probably not in your best interest.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Try APOC 3 with the lowest settings.
Must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object.
With the lowest settings? I don't, that doesn't make sense.
Know what it's capable of.
APOC 3 is 15 times, and that's just guaranteed settings that you can't change. What do you mean lowest? Have the sound sensors ever been useful to you? Yeah, absolutely. The sound sensors have. On larger maps, they're even more useful, for sure. Let's try and let's get some sound sensors down inside of Maple Lodge and show you what we mean. Ghosty might reveal where it is right away, but it might not. So let's take, you know what? We're not going to take you. We're going to take these so we can get 1, 2 Shri and go lay them down. The sound sensors can be really useful. If you're not sure about where a ghost is, putting these down to get a better idea of sound wise, what's happening. So I'll put one over here by the first fire. And then we'll go put another one by the other fire. I might even put one a little bit further this way. You know what? Because of how large this area is, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put one here. That'll cover a lot. What up, Maverick? There's our juice. Nice. Get it while we're here. I'm going to leave those off. I don't want to turn lights on while I'm doing this because I want the ghost to be able to throw things. And if I just so happen to lay this down where the ghost is and the lights are on, then it's not going to do a damn thing. All right, let's go check those. It could be it could be utterly useless, but you never know until you try. And my toilet's locked. Well, going on the floor. What an absolute bag. Ruined everything. The whole idea was to show you different areas to put these down. And the one area that I didn't put one down, the ghost is here. Another day, another time. What did I hear? I saw the door move. Jamie, thank you for the 25 months. It touched this door. I don't know if it's in there or in here. I don't know. Ping, how are you? Squish. All right. We need to check temps. Saw it too. Absolute turd. Love the level of dumb dad energy. Well, when the ghost deserves it, what are you going to do? It is what it is. Oh, okay. Take those, and we go. What up, Squeak? How are you, dude? Check our temps. 5 degrees. Oh my God, it's so cold everywhere. I hate it. Oh, there's our breath, though. Let's try this. Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Interesting. Would I ever play with Hey Girl? Yeah, probably. We say hi to each other every now and then. We just don't get to talk very much. But they've been They've been streaming like crazy lately. They pop on my For You page all the time. Everything, hello. Okay. I'm not getting anything from that at all. It doesn't mean it is nothing. Oh, I didn't put a camera over there. Oh, like a dingus. Ay, ay, ay. Is that 2 separate rooms? Over here? I think it's technically 1. I believe. All right, put this here. That here. It's not doing anything though. With the book, yeah. But I did have breath here. Do I prestige every month? Oh, I don't know. I prestige whenever I can. I don't go like, I don't have like a goal of trying to prestige once a month or anything. My date with my bed. Juju, have all the sleeps, friend. I appreciate you. Weird temp started going up the further you got from where you were setting up shop. Yeah, I don't know. It's really, really strange. So at this point, what I could do is I could take these. Oh, you watched the video with Mrs. Flash playing Phaz? Yeah. She's so funny. You sack of shit. Toe, we're leaving. I see the breath here now. Is it stalking me? Why do people say tier 1 thermometer is better than tier 3? Because they're lying. It is not better than tier 3. Did it used to be? Yes. Is it now? No, not at all. All right, you stubborn turd. Yeah, listen to it. Let's do it now. Yeah, back in the day it was. Exactly. Toe face plant. Yeah, I corrected my wrongs. He's okay now. We're going to take in another one of these. And then bring in one of these for safety now at this point. And I've got to move everything back now. This piece of trash. This piece of trash. The tents in the area are separate, correct? Yes. What are you? You were walking around a bunch. What happened? There's our breakfasts. Which one? That was here? I believe. All right, turd burglar. Let's give you some stuff to play with. Twins, Bezel. Twins. Oh, me, coach. Yeah, Mrs. Flash in the last video. I think it was the last time she played. She got jump scared by her breath. So I make sure to remind her of that plenty. It is playing hard to get. You're absolutely right. Am I missing anything else? I guess the Thermometer. Oh, you piece of trash. You're still a piece of trash. It doesn't make you any less of a piece of trash. Got a call tonight. See you, Shawnee. They eat the book. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we have freezing. I did not see. Oh, hi, Pam Jam. Good to see you. All right. All right, pancakes, I'm going to need you to hold on. Because I think we need one of these over there now. Ghost is being a absolute butt. 100%. Live, love, guard. Have a good one. Talking about, I don't need it. No, it's on insanity, so I'm either going to get orbs or I'm not. Which it doesn't seem like it's happening. Yeah, definitely didn't seem like it. All right, let's put this here for now. Is there a hiding spot in the ghost room? There might be one close by. We'll see. We'll take a peek. Put those over there. There we go. What time is it for me? 11:30. 11:30 at the nighttime. Got this. I can bring a flashlight. Incense and repel. Make it hunt. Picnic table's loopable. Yeah, I usually try not to use that spot. The spot where the ghost can't get by. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Can you be an Onryo? Say, am I about to cause a problem for myself? I should probably sit in here, though. I don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste it. You know what? I do have hiding right there. Put this one here. Over here. Hannah, how are you? Picnic table's looping spot. Yeah, it's just because you can do unlimited looping, so it's not real looping. It's not looping when you go back and forth to a spot where the ghost literally can't get you. Nah, you'll be fine. Salt forgot. I want to wait for this firelight to get blown out before I do anything. So I want to do an Onryo test. It already blew out 2 firelights. We might as well see. Tell that to the ghost. Where did it go? Kindly ask the ghost where it is. Oh. Betty Dyer, where did you go? Ma'am. It's from behind. Can it be a shade? Interesting. Interesting. You could be a shade. Standing here. Menacingly. Put that there. I think I know what you are. I have a feeling I know what you are. Pam! No! F off, lady. Jumping Jahos, my fats. My God. All right. Coach is so funny. How do we know? It just did the Onryo ability. Let me get these over here and then we can hopefully show you again. right, where are you? You're walking through here a lot. We're just going to place them here. There. All right. Let me go get the other smudges and we'll do that. Just in case it does exactly what it just did. So an Onryo ability is when the ghost blows out 3 firelights and then tries to hunt. The things you have to be careful about are making sure that your sanity is not low enough to where the ghost would normally hunt. Okay, we're good. You can do this with a single firelight. You can do this with multiple firelights. There is a suspicion that the only ghost that can blow out a firelight twice within 20 seconds is an Onryo. So that is another way that we could test it by doing it that way. It's more of a newer method because not a lot of people have tried it. But if we find out where it is, we have that there, that there. All right, it's here. So Ghosty is here. See that motion sensor going off? We can follow it around a little bit. Did you literally just path over the salt, you turd? Had a Banshee blow out 2 firelights back to back. That's different though. We're talking about the same firelight. Okay, cool. Nanor. Blow out the fire. There you go. It just touched it. Come on. Where is my... Let's see. How many photos do I have? I have a few couple. Where's my camera? Mom. Oh, I blew it out. I wasn't paying attention. Same firelight. Yes. The same firelight. Here, we'll put this over here. Hey, what up, T? How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're just messing with an Onryo right now. Trying to, if it wants to cooperate. You prefer tier 2 smudges over tier 3? I prefer, yeah, actually I prefer tier 1. I've just been using tier 2 a lot. Tier 3 I don't like because it just completely stops the ghost. Might as well get them while we're here. Okay. Where did our ghosty go? It's here. Blow this out. Nerdy, thank you for the tier 1. Bone, haven't gotten it yet. I could always take this and go find it. Yeah, let's do that. It's going to blow out that other firelight, and that's fine. That's only 2 blowouts. So that'll be fine. Soon you won't be able to do what? The salt? Good. Once they fix the photo system, once they fix it, it's not going to be as much of a worry. If they took it away right now, that would be a problem. Delish. All right, let's go find the bone. Love watching the videos. I watch them every day. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching the videos, friend. Yeah, we believe at some point they're going to remove the ability to... They're going to remove the ability to stack salt for photos for perfect games and stuff. It's going to need to be like, we think it's going to need to be unique photos, and I am 100% for it. Why would they be a problem? Why would what be a problem? Why would they be a problem now? Because the photo system is effed. How many times have you taken a photo that 100% should have been a 3-star and it was not? The photo system is so effed. Priority-wise, it's effed. You go to take a picture of a ghost and you get a 2-star disturbed salt. It's still one of the biggest memes in the game. Starfield, what up, dude? All right, looking for a bone. Sounds like flies. Fix the photos for when the teammates take them. That would be really nice. Yeah, it's syncing across so that everybody sees the same thing. Yeah, that would be really nice. I would like that too. Ghost photos and interaction? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Classic. All right. I'm not seeing a bone. Not over here anyway. So many cans. All right. Well, hopefully it doesn't try to get us here. It did blow out that other firelight. So if it blows out another one, it's going to try to hunt. Shut up. You've made a mess. Toe would be so disgusted by you. Son of a bitch. All right. Maybe it's over by the cabin. Have I not checked these tents? Well, maybe I haven't. I thought I did. Think it's gonna be second floor of the house. Definitely could be. Owner Jam, where are you? Nowhere to be found. What the hell is that? Might as well look everywhere. End of the pier. Maybe Jason has it. Jason, do you have the bone? No? Yeah, I don't see it either. We'll go check the house. Haven't had a blood moon in 2 weeks. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's been 2 weeks, but it's definitely been a little while for me. Dead body under the cabin. Are you still there? Hello? Oh, you're there. There it is. He's chilling. See it under there? Unfortunately, the lore behind that was removed whenever they removed the old lobby. Slenderman's still there? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's still like a 30% chance for him to show up. Oh, when in Rome, we might as well try it, huh? Might as well try it, huh? Are you hunting? Oh, you son of a bitch. I can't turn the TV off. Sophia! Look at this sneaky snake. Oh, hey, we can get rid of the sound. Look at it. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm going to get away from this. Sophie, I hope you had a great stream. Welcome in. All right, I think it's done. Yeah, it's done. Jaw dropping. Is Slender in my game? I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't see. It also dodged the crucifixes, by the way. Absolute turd. Oh, never mind. It did eat them. You know what? Never mind. I'm a liar. It ate them. That's why it didn't hunt for a while. Whoops. All right. I'm sold on Onryo. How's the stream going? It's good. It is going well. We did the weekly, doing some insanity runs because I don't do insanity a lot. Figured why not? Been trying to just get all perfect insanity runs and it's been going well. Yeah. What's the dead body lore? We'll talk about it.
Welcome back. I've got some
Onryo. We did the Onryo ability test. So the Onryo ability is when it blows out 3 firelights and then it tries to hunt. Yeah. All right, I have ads coming, friends. I have ads coming. You're gonna get hit. I do apologize. I tried to snooze as long as I could. I'm not gonna go anywhere though. We will sit here and wait. How many cases do I have? Oh, I'd have to go back and look at the last Hunt Thunder. I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know. Tips for this weekly: play with others. Have other people inside of your game. For sure. The dead body lore. So inside of the old lobby, there was writing on the wall that you could see with UV that told you about the dead body being underneath that cabin. That's how we knew that it was there. Shrimp, thank you for the sub. Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to hit. It says starting soon. Just waiting for them to actually hit. There they go. Just hit 1,500 cases. Thought it was a lot of games. It is a lot of games. What do you mean? That is a lot. Sam, thank you for the gifted to Spidey. The amount of Phantoms and Banshees I got during this weekly is insane. What did I have? I don't even remember what ghosts I had. I had a Wraith spawn directly on top of me. That was entertaining. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Is Twitch my main platform? Twitch and YouTube. Twitch and YouTube are definitely my mains. But I post everywhere. I post to TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. I've been posting more on... Trying to post as much as I can when I can. You know, we're busy bees. Obake, Wraith, and... whatever the last one was. Yeah, the Obake that I didn't see shapeshift. And then the Wraith that spawned directly on top of me. Yeah. Love the Insta posts. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to post more everywhere as much as I can. It's tough, but you know, we make it work. Do you think lore is good for Phas, or do you think it's good the way it is? Oh no, I think they should absolutely have more lore. Yeah, I love the lore of the game. I would love for there to be more. Huge fan of the MySpace post myself. I haven't posted there in like 2 weeks, Chiba. Try not to live in the past, okay? We're headed to the future. Full-time Vine streamer. You're slacking? No, I'm just trying to teach the youth of America the right ways to do things. Hi, Cheebs. Chiba! Guys, make sure you're following Mr. Chiba. Mr. Cheebs, how was your day, friend? How did it go? How was all the things? Patient 7 makes sense. Yeah, Patient 7 is great. I saw... See, it's unfortunate. Like, that's another, like, unfortunate they removed something that was before. So you don't know. I saw a video somebody posted of, like, the Patient 07 lore. But unfortunately, because they don't have access to the older asylum, that's where the actual lore began. There inside of Patient 07's room, there was writing on the walls with UV. Like, that's where it all began. That's how we learned that Sunny Meadows was coming. Yeah. MySpace, you like that? We're trying to bring it back. Cheeps and I are gonna try and just start it back up ourselves. We're gonna have Cheepa pose as Tom. You know the photo, the what I missed? Nothing. One of the best horror comedies in a long time. I'll be honest, you know why I'm not interested in seeing it? One of the reasons I wasn't interested in seeing it, I'm so sick of seeing ads for that damn movie. Already got my Tom outfit. Yeah, I've seen so many ads about it. I don't care anymore about it. I get my top 8 back? My playlist is embarrassing. Quick, delete it. Sunny Meadows is your favorite. It's a really great map. Sunny Meadows is awesome. I love Sunny Meadows. I hated the old map select screen. It was so random. You'd get, oh, yeah, I understand that. But like, yeah. I wish more people had access to Asylum. That would be cool. Yeah. I would love to go back and play some of the old events. Like if you played the events, if you got the trophies, like some of these events were just so cool. This one here with the cauldron that happened in 23 was so good. That was so great. I loved this one. This is where we learned about Toe. How do we know we're getting sunny? Because there was a room inside of Asylum that had writing on the walls from UV. And it was Patient 07. Yeah. Want the Halloween mask on again? I still have my photo of Song. Where is that? Do I still have that on standby somewhere? Hold on. Where's that at? Screenshots. Hold on. Screenshots. Old. All of you new players, this is the stuff you missed. There was a Halloween event where the ghosts' faces were Halloween masks. This is Song as Beef Jerky Man. Oh man. This is the old truck though. Like you see over here, like you see my name down here. This is Tangle. Another thing to note too of how old this is, like this one single photo, look at the layout of Tanglewood. So you go through the front door and you go over here. The door going into the laundry was on this side. They moved it over to here. That's how old this is. Yeah. The old sanity monitors. Yeah. It was great. I loved it. It's in its old position. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else funny in here? I'm just peeking. There's nothing that screams like older map, really. I mean, outside of like something like this. I'm sure I did that for a video of some kind. Let's see. Oh, is this? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Remember the T poses? I certainly do. We miss all of it. Yeah, we won't reminisce too much here. All right. I could always post more in Discord too. New to the channel, love the vids. I appreciate it, man. T poses were hilarious. They did like the golden eye oversized head thing too. That was awesome. That was great. Mello, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow, man. What up, Ruby? I missed the old game. Like if I played it, it wouldn't be scary, but like when it first came out, it was actually kind of scary. Yeah, it was. The old Ridgeview layout. Yep. Yes, sir. All right. What time is it? What time is it? All right. Friendos. I'm going to call it there. It is almost midnight for me. I need to actually try to get to bed before 2 a.m. And knowing me and my late night scrolls / editing and whatnots, I stay up longer than I should. So I appreciate you, friends. Tiki Tax and YouTubes. I appreciate you. YouTube, much love, friends. We're going to find someone to raid on Twitch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the streams and the videos. Again, if you're not in Discord, the Discord link is here and the rest of the socials are there. Let us go find someone to say hello to. Oh, I'm still on the share screen. But yeah, stick around. We'll go find someone to say hi to. Twitch. Boo. 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 Oh my God. Can I raid as someone not subbed? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, here I'll give you the preemptive. So the first raid message is for followers, the second one is for subs, and the third is for my little creepy tier 3 friends. I'm just making sure things and stuff. Making sure things and stuff. Denora, thank you so wait, Dead you are, thank you so much for the 6 months. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Hello. Okay, I'm good. I'll just make sure to end it over there. Song is still creepy. Song is forever creepy, and that's why we love him, you know? Poor Song. No, he's creepy Song. That's why we love him. All right.
Here.
No, shush. No, shush. Shush. This is different. Hold on. I have Twitch muted right. Oh, interesting. Saw you from YouTube. Thank you for all the helpful tips. Of course, man. Appreciate you coming over. So now when you click on the category, it automatically opens a channel with the volume up. I don't mind it opening a channel, like having something at the top. I just don't like that the volume was automatically on. I didn't enjoy that. Oh, we might have a friendo from over here. Hold on. Let's see. Song's a snack. No, he's the whole meal. He's the entire thing. All right. I'm looking again. I'm looking again. I was looking at Discord. Now I'm looking again. Might be like the carousel where it's like the first time, but remembers if you mute it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if it does that, I guess that's okay. That if it muted every time from now on, that wouldn't be a big deal. All right, Twitch, where are you recommending that I go? Where are you recommending that I go? No, we'll take it. We'll take it into our own hands. We'll do it this way instead. We'll do it this way. All right, let me close down Phaz. Love the stream. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Phasmo? Oh, there we go. Over here. I'll use live follower. I was going to just look for somebody inside of the Phasmo category, and I'm like, why am I doing that when I can literally do this? I can literally do this instead. Thank you, Mr. Song. Thank you, Mr. Song. Yeah, if you're a content creator and you're looking for other people to raid at the end of your streams, Live Follower is a wonderful place to look. It shows you all of the people that follow you that are streaming. What game are you now going to do? The closing of Twitch. The ending for the night. No, we're finding someone to raid. That's all. Muted? Yes. Yes. Okay. Why? Because it's midnight for me. I started streaming at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have to wake up at 6 in the morning to take kids to work. Take kids to school, and then I go to work until about 6 p.m. I come back and then I do all this stuff. That would be why. Hopefully that sufficed. Okay. Get them kids to work. Damn right, man. They gotta earn their keep. All right. I am not following them, but they are playing the Phasmos and they are following us. But why male models? Adulting sucks. It is what it is, man. I say it over and over and over again. The reason I do all the things I do is because I love doing all the things that I do. So I want to try and do all of them. All the things. All right. Oh, and they're doing Ghosty Bingo too. Ooh. All right. One more time. Here's the raid messages. We are going somewhere new. I'm going to try to do that more often, even though we love raiding our friends. It's still nice to meet new people and say hi. So we are going to go visit someone I've never seen before, but they follow us. So we're going to be kind. We're going to be awesome. We're going to be into the game and what they're doing. We're going to follow if we like the content. Again, they're playing bingo. Yeah. Exclamation point schedule, DJ. I also have my schedule in the Discord too. Yeah. If you look at the Flash event channel, I have my schedule there. But friends, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for another amazing stream. We have two more before the end of the month. We have Wednesday, and then on Friday, I am doing not only viewer games, it is going to be viewer games cosplay that I owe you. I'm not telling you what I'm going to be. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I don't know how long they're going to be streaming for. They've been going for about almost 2.5 hours. 2.5. Princess Peach? Not this time. What genre is your cosplay coming from? Ghosts. Ghosts. Investigating. Yeah, something like that. All right, friends. I love you all. I will see you on Wednesday for more shenanigans. Goodbye.